Hello, everyone. Tea time, and release day, and everything else. But before I get to that, first of all, I must confess I'm having coffee today. My head is going mad, so I am having a little coffee to cheer me up a bit. I can't have whiskey or beer or anything else like that during a live stream, so I go for coffee today. Also, before we come to War in the East 2, today, as you know, guys, we're in Italy. Today in Italy we celebrate Dante D. This is a very special Dante D this year because this is 700 years of Dante Alighieri's death. So we are overwhelmed by Dante Alighieri's and Divine Comedy content today. It's all over the place. Of course, Dante, as an information you probably all know, didn't die on March the 25th, but in September. We celebrate Dante D today because according to tradition, this is when Dante started his trip into Inferno, Purgatory and Paradise. So we are all here to tell you that today is Dante D, and for every wargamer out there, not only for Italians, from now on, every 25th of March will be Dante D for you as well. I wanted to give you this information because so we don't feel like we're alone in this. It's a bit like you know, sharing cultural moments of across the globe. White 2, of course, it's White 2 day today. We are super proud of the release. Eric has been working 100 hours a day for the last month, trying to fix things, trying to figure out what wasn't working, trying to make sure that every customer had his little bit of attention, and he's a bit like that, Eric. He wants to be like, he wants that every single customer is given his bit of attention and care. So that's why Eric is going to sleep for 2 weeks now, I think. Because we are releasing War in the East 2, I want also to let you know that for anyone who pre-ordered the game, you are now finding your, you'll receive a notification, you will find the download link into your My page on the site. Be patient, in a sense that we've set up a number of different mirrors for your downloads, and you will have a wait time to download your game. Once your time is available, your slot is available, the download will be super quick. But you'll have to be patient in waiting for your turn, so we don't crash everything and everything works for everyone. So far, so good. It seems that it's going okay. But you know, let us know if something doesn't work. Also for the manuals, we have reached 1,000 manuals that limit that are arriving just after Easter, and they will ship just after the middle of April. So after that, the other manuals are going to arrive by sea. Hopefully the Suez Canal will be free of traffic jam by that day, and your manuals will be arriving swift and fast, and possibly around beginning of mid-May. So that's for the shipments. War in the East 2, as of course, it's not only Eric, it's the developers. It's 2x3 has done an immense job, and I've been working on this for 10 years. I urge you to have a look at the wargamer.com interview. It's a very cool interview. It gives away a lot more than I was willing, but you know, give it a read. There's a lot of information there. You'll find a lot of interesting angles, and I'm pretty sure that you'll find also reasons to buy the game if you're still on the fence. I also want to thank a few people. Strategy Gaming Dojo, YouTube channels, Strategy Gaming Dojo, Strategy Wargamer, Medicus, Red Commander, and XTRG. They have been playing the game earlier. They have been supporting the game. It's not an easy game, right? You know, we know that War in the East is a complex product. So it's hard to find out there the fans to support and to make sure that, hey, you know, we want to show the love, but also show how, you know, how much we know what we're doing. And, you know, giving free keys to reviewers out there is not easy, because these days it's super hard to find people who actually know what they're doing and are able to convey the depth and the care of detail and attention in the game. So super thank you to these YouTubers. I also want to thank the Facebook community group, just founded really by 3 community members. I think if you can post the link in the chat here, that'd be great. I'd love to have that you know, displayed. The guys are doing an exceptional job at welcoming new members and you know, helping out, spread the word about War in the East. Needless to say, the game is doing really well. We're very happy about the current results, and we urge you to look into it, and hopefully you'll fall in love with this little gem, well, this huge gem, as much as we are doing. I'm kind of browsing through questions, so I'm not really sure if you've got questions. Just hopefully we'll have some time to address these later on in the stream. I have to, there was a question about Starship Troopers beta that is very soon, opening up very soon. I've seen popping up some of our developers, welcome everyone. I've also seen popping up some competition. I've seen Davide from Microprose, so hi Davide. We like you come and seeing, watching how it's properly done. Joking, but it's good to have a lot of people in this stream, a lot more people than we usually do. You see, we have fancy notifications now. We've got like the followers, the subscribers counters up there. Remember that when we get to 100 subscribers, we'll update the list of games that you can purchase through the Slit store. Lots of integrations, lots of stuff, and we're about another 5 new games to the Slit stores. We're still missing around 70 followers, so come on, press follow, and we'll add the games. We want to also to give you a few added information about stuff that's upcoming. Because you keep asking for this, and it's only good that we do that. So if you can pop up the updated list release schedule. Is COVID still hindering you chaps a lot in your work, or are you chaps getting on with no issues? It is hindering us quite a bit. Depending on the project, some developers are used to work remote, so they're kind of getting along pretty well. Some have been slowed down, and I have to say, you know, from a publisher's perspective, the working team has been impacted massively. You know, we miss being in the office and being creative about what we can do about the games, and our daily calls are becoming just as boring as you know. It's really hard that, you know, we can't really get together and this creative process, get emotion in this creative process for marketing the game. So we really hope that this is there's light at the end of the tunnel. Do you know when White 2 will release on Steam? No, we don't. As you know, we kind of leave it for a little while on Matrix so that We fix all the bugs, we rebalance, we do whatever has to be done to make it perfect for a Steam release, because of course the Steam audience is less forgiving and less helpful in getting proper feedback and helping us assess some of the key issues. So we don't know yet. We don't know yet, but we're definitely gonna release on Steam at some point. So here's the schedule. A few updates. We moved Combat Mission to June, Cold War. That's because we are officially adding our PBM system to the game. So we need a little bit more time to implement and test. This is going to happen in June now. We now have a release date for Master Magic, Castle Magic for Windows DLC on April 22nd. And Warplane Pacific, I think we've already announced, will be out on April 29th. We have, just after Easter, Close Combat Modern Tactics releasing on Steam on April 15th. And this is the current schedule. I also wanted to show you a little bit of Vietnam from this. I've got a couple of screenshots for you that they are coming now. This is coming straight from the forum, so some of you might not aware of this, but this is coming from one of the scenarios, the large Saigon scenarios. So you can see the jump map there and some of the details on the map. In this specific case, this is portraying the first 24 hours of the Tet Offensive and how it actually impacted the city. So the screenshot these two screenshots show the starting position of the American and the Arabian forces. So it's just to cheer you up a bit, and you guys waiting on Vietnam. This is definitely coming this year. The guys at the Legion team are working super hard on this, and we're hoping that the game is going to officially hit beta soon. On top of this, I wanted to give you a little update on Valorant Victory. Valorant Victory, we have the beta is going super well. The guys are finishing the implementation of PBM tournaments, which means that we're kind of there with the core programming tasks. The last bit of work has to be completed is the AI. And as you know, in these games, the AI is super important because they are, close combat, very tactical. So you need to be very credible in what the AI does. And when there's dice involved, we always had this thing where, if you see the roll of dice, you're kind of led to thinking that maybe the AI is cheating in some way. So we have got to be very, very careful in how we program the AI and make sure that this is actually working super well. After that, there's not much else left to do. So it's going to be the scenario editor, finishing up the scenario editor, and the game is off to release. We are going to release the game in June, I think, and it's looking like it's going to hit the dates. Eric saying that the servers are getting slammed with orders. Yes, you'll have to be patient, guys. That's the pre-order thing. We're actually not sending out newsletters to everyone in the Matrix Games database because we knew that this was going to happen. So we'll just make sure that you just be patient and wait for your time. The download process is super quick. And we're testing this we're actually working this new system now, and it seems to be working. So yes, so just be patient, guys. We've got a lot of orders there's a lot of you with pre-orders, so we'll have to wait your turn. Going into Warplan, Warplan Pacific. You guys know that Warplan Pacific is our next big war game. It's just about a few months away, actually a month away now, just over a month away. I want to show you a video because we're doing these videos where the developer Kraken, Alvaro at Kraken, explains some of the new features in detail. So I'm taking a little bit of the tea time away to actually present you one of these videos. The other ones are on the Matrix Games YouTube channel. You'll be able to see a little about the supply and airfields, and this will give you a little bit of understanding of both the design challenges of moving from Europe to Pacific theater, and also the way Alvaro is treating the subject matter, and also I'll eat a biscuit in the meantime. So if you can play the video now.
Another change comes from port supply interdiction. In Warplan Europe, the port supply interdiction is 4 hexes for naval units, 8 hexes for air units. In the Pacific, it is 2 hexes for naval units and 4 hexes for air units. The reason for this is the map scale change from 25/40 kilometers to 50 miles/80 kilometers. The hex map is the actual number of hexes is the same as Warplan Europe, or pretty much close to it, but the scale is double in a sense. Now I know that some of you wanted a Warplan Europe scale game, but that map would just be unplayable and the AI would take forever to move anything. So we had to scale this down. For comparison, War in the Pacific is the same scale as this game. Also, another thing that I did was that instead of the port supply range being 30 hexes, it is 16 hexes in Warplan Pacific, because again, the scales are doubled. One rule we changed to more match Pacific is the use of airfields. Airfields, when you place them, if it is in main supply, you could put them anywhere that you want. Doesn't make a difference, it's just like Warplan Europe. But if you are trying to place them in a place where you only have port supply, for example, like in one of the Solomon Islands over here, and you want to build one, you need a unit that has an engineering specialty to place them in that hex in supply. It better mimics the Pacific Theater where they were building airfields. So you need a unit that has an engineer specialty for you to place an airfield in a hex that is port supply.
Yes, so answering a question there to the real Doomzilla, if you go on your My page on the Matrix Games site, you will find your download link there with your serial and everything else. So it's already there. It's like you own it. You just download the game, and it should be all working. Hello, Mordante. I'm waiting for a question about Field of Glory, so I'm here awaiting that. So to go further, and if there's any other question, I'll try and answer. We've said about Warplan Pacific. Warplan Pacific is in sort of ending beta now, releasing at the end of April. And we're about to release a third one of these videos. I think it's early next week. We're going to release one of these, and if I can ask Led Robbie if she can put the link to the YouTube channel where all the Warplan Pacific videos are, that'd be great. And so to further discuss about war games, so we've talked about Vietnam, we've talked about Warplan Pacific, we talked about Valor and Victory. Of course, it's War in East today. I wanted to give you a quick update on Order of Battle for consoles. As you know, we are developing the game for Xbox and PlayStation. We are fully into the submission process, which means that the game is now being submitted to Microsoft and Sony for approval, like technical stuff, very boring technical stuff. There's a lot of work to do in terms of setting up, stuff on the back end and so on. But a couple of things I wanted to say. So whilst the videos are playing, this is coming actually straight from the console version of Order of Battle. So the videos you see there are what the console version will look like, which is pretty much exactly what the PC version looks like. A couple of things I wanted to say. So Order of Battle will not be free to play on console. So we release a version of the game with a scenario pack, and it's a paid for scenario pack. It includes whatever is in the free version. So, first scenario of each DLC. And it's also including Blitzkrieg, which means that the first thing you'll play in Order of Battle World War II console is not the Pacific scenario you have in the original Order of Battle. The first one will be Blitzkrieg, and then you'll be able to download the DLCs directly from the game and progress to anywhere you want, really. But we wanted to keep you updated on that. The process is going great, despite some very last minute issues with pages and things. But we're pretty much approaching the release date for that, and we're absolutely going to try and make it for this quarter. You have to think that for us, June is like tomorrow. So anything that's not ready or almost ready now will not release in June. We know that. So when we tell you something like this, we know that there's very little we can do on a game at this point to release it before the end of the quarter. Next DLC for Gladius, yes, next DLC for Gladius coming this coming, I don't know when exactly, but there's definitely going to be more DLCs for Gladius. There's actually plenty of stuff we could do, but we'll announce when the time comes. A Barbarossa Combat Mission relaunch would be great. Not yet. I think that the next stop after Cold War, we're going to bring the World War II games to our store in Steam. That's probably what the plan is for the franchise. Other questions? Fog 2, I agree, it's good club to play match-based games. Yeah, well, guys, I think that war games are back with War in East 2 release. I can clearly see that the wargaming market is healthy. It's super reactive. You guys are great. We're doing super well in terms of, will to do more, right? So we're investing a lot into what's the next thing, what we can improve. We are proving that this niche market is not dying or is not by any means fading. There's a lot of new players as well. We see a lot of younger people coming in to play war games. So it's exciting. It's just very exciting. We're just super excited about what's coming up. We've got Flashpoint campaigns coming up. We've also got at least 2 unannounced hardcore war games we are going to bring to you this year. So there's really a lot happening. War games are back. I don't know if they've ever been away, but I also feel like that. I also feel like war games are absolutely healthy, and it's a great moment. Pavel, thank you for coming. Thanks for joining. Pavel is one of the masterminds behind War in East 2. I will book a castle or a mansion for whenever this freaking COVID is over, and we'll do a new developer gathering. Absolutely, I swear to God, I'll do that. Yeah, absolutely. So next up, can you give me the summary of the next streams, please? Opla. Right, so, well, after this, we're in Stu from XTRG, who's now who's the man with non-beta tester man with more play hours on World East 2 ever, probably. After this, Hexabu will play Battlestar Galactica. He's going to try an experiment, so he's going to actually ask players to help him play the game, as if he wouldn't know what to do. But Hexabu is pretty new for the game as well, so he's going to need a lot of help. So we'll see how it goes. But one of the things we know is that Battlestar Galactica is still doing very, very well. We've got a lot of new customers, a lot of new players, so good to see how that will go. Tomorrow we have Warplan Pacific with Gamer, and XCRG is going to play White 2 or at least 2 again at 8 p.m. Saturday, should I say that? We've got Cushion playing Command. One other thing I wanted to say, next week at tea time, just after tea time, we'll have a first playthrough of 2 scenarios of Warhammer 40k Battle Sector. And we are going to show you the game in action, full playthrough, no recorded stuff. I think it's Hexabu who will give it a go. This is a fantastic key art we've just finalized for Battle Sector, and there's another one with the Librarian, which I found extremely engaging. The game is coming up like it's the best thing we've ever done in terms of graphics, in terms of how much blood we managed to display on screen at any given second. 60 followers missing to add 5 new games to the Sleet store. We got 10 followers in the stream, right? So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Thank you everyone for following us. I love that we can increase the number of followers, and now Pavel is following us again as well. So you'll have to tune in at every tea time on every Thursday. Make sure you do that. It's a lot of information, but we like to overwhelm you with stuff. And right, so I think I'm done for today, and we are going to leave it to XTRG for War East 2 stream. Medieval DLC Mordante. I was just waiting for this question. Medieval DLC, we have an announcement going out either on Wednesday next week or just slightly after that. So next tea time, you probably know about it. If not, it's going to be closed. But just be patient. But yes, it's coming. And I'm 100% sure that DLC for Field of Glory 2 Medieval, the first one, will release this quarter. It's absolutely 100%. That's it, guys. So I will leave it to XCRG. Thanks for following us. Thanks for a great stream again. And I am super proud again of the War East team, 2x3 Games, and Eric and the production guys who made an exceptional job in releasing this game. So kudos to everyone who's working remotely with all the super heavy stress in making things happen and making notifications go out and download system being everything that's involved. You can't believe what's involved. Great job, guys. I'll leave you to the game. Thank you and see you next week.